Hello, everybody. Today we're going to talk about the future. In the year 1950, in February, Popular Mechanics magazine ran an article titled Miracles You Will See in the Next 50 Years. They made a couple of predictions of how the world will look in the year 2000 and beyond. Let's look at a few of them and see how many of these prophecies actually came true. Most power will be provided by solar power. Unfortunately, this one is false. Only 1% is provided by solar power. Light metals could replace steel. This one is kind of true, but as you can see, they were not really sure themselves. Furniture, rugs, etc. will be made of synthetic fiber or waterproof plastic and may be cleaned using a hose. This would be excellent, but unfortunately, it is not true. The television set will connect with the telephones and the radio receiver. People will see each other through the televisions, aka they will be able to shop by television. This one is very true. Shopping by television was very popular in the 90s, and today we have internet shopping. Frozen food may dominate the food industry. Well, this is only half true. We do eat frozen food, but not all the time. I hope so. People will have family helicopters kept on the roof. Cars will be used for journeys less than 20 miles. This would be very funny, but unfortunately, it's not true. And lifespan might be lengthened to 85. So it could, but it probably will not. And that is true. It is estimated that people can live up to 120 years now, but more realistically, we live around 80 years. As you can see, there were a couple of different ways future was expressed in these sentences. Let's analyze some of these ways. When we say light metals could replace steel, we're saying that we're not really sure. We're about 40% sure that this could happen. It's not really a prediction, rather a speculation or guessing. Frozen food may dominate again the food industry. Again, we're really 40% sure, about 40% sure that this is going to happen. Not really certain about it. And lifespan might be lengthened to 85. Again, I don't think this is going to happen, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm guessing. So we use may, might, and could to guess, to speculate about the future. We use them in sentences when expressing something we're not really sure about, not certain, but we're guessing it can happen. If we disagree with these statements, we just add not after the verb. The only exception is we cannot say light metals could not replace steel, because that would actually mean that we were saying it from the future about the past. So we use light metals probably won't replace steel, or we can say light metals may not replace steel, lifespan might not be lengthened to 85. This is used for predictions. When we are more certain that something will happen, we use will for predicting. For example, most power will be provided by solar power. They were quite sure in the 50s that that is going to happen. We use will plus infinitive of the verb to express future. For example, it will rain later. Look at this example. Try to do it yourselves. I predict that you are correct if you said data will be available worldwide. We're 100% sure that is going to happen. If we want to lessen our statement, or we want to express that we're not 100% sure this is going to happen, we can add probably. Data will probably be available worldwide. Or we can use may, might, or could. Data might be available worldwide. If we want to disagree with this statement, we say data will not be available worldwide. Another way of expressing future is using the future perfect and future continuous to talk about the future. For example, you have a test tomorrow. Then you say, by this time tomorrow, we will have written the test, meaning that by this time tomorrow, the test will be finished. You will be finished with the test. You will not have to study no more or stress no more. To use future perfect to talk about an action which will be finished before a certain future time. So, as I said, by this time tomorrow, you will be finished with everything. We use it in the form of will plus have plus a verb in the past participle. We also have to state the time in the future. Another way is to use future continuous. We use future continuous for an action which will be in progress at a certain time in the future. So when I say at this time tomorrow, I will be writing the exam, meaning that in 24 hours, I will be sitting at a desk writing the exam. Do you understand the difference between these two sentences? The first one, by this time tomorrow, we will have written the exam, meaning the exam will be finished and will be done, no more stress. And at this time tomorrow, I will be writing the exam, meaning the exam will be in progress at this time tomorrow. To use future continuous, we use it with will plus the verb be plus a verb in the ing form. Here are a couple of sentences to practice. Please use the verbs in the brackets in the future perfect or future continuous form. Here are a couple of sentences to practice. Please use the verb in the future perfect or the future continuous form as you see appropriate. Pause this video and try to do these examples by yourselves. Let's see. It is midnight now. I plan to wake up at 6 a.m., meaning by 7 a.m. I will have woken up. Oh, fuck. Let's see. It is midnight now. I plan to wake up at 6 a.m., meaning that by 7 a.m. I will have woken up. So at 7 a.m. I will be awake. Missing an I here. Okay, second sentence. I have English lessons between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m., meaning that by 8 p.m. I will have finished. Lessons will be done. Now look at example number 3. I have summer vacations from July until September, meaning that in August, my vacations will still be in progress, and in August, I will be resting on the beach. August, still vacation, still fun. Sentence number 4. I want to graduate by the time I'm 25 years old, meaning by the age of 26, I will have graduated. Prediction, of course. I have an exam in exactly 24 hours, meaning at this time tomorrow, I will be writing the exam. Remember, as was stated in the example in the previous slide. Moving on. The final way we are going to cover today to express future is to use the first conditional for talking about the future. Look at this very, very important example. If we don't take care of our planet, it will become very polluted. This is the first conditional. The conditional sentences have two parts. First is the conditional clause with if plus present simple, if pollution gets in the present simple worse, and the main clause, which is here the result clause. If the pollution gets worse, the climate will change. Instead of will, we can use may, might, or could in the result clause. So we can say, if we reduce pollution, the climate could change. We're less certain about this statement. Since I'm pretty sure you already know the first conditional, let's try these 3 sentences and see how it goes. Please pause this video and try to do the examples by yourselves. Okay, so we need to use the present simple in the if clause and will or another modal verb such as could, might, or may, plus a verb in the infinitive form. If the world's population increases, our cities will be more crowded. Population is a singular noun, so that's why it's increases, not increase. If a huge meteorite hits, it will destroy everything. Or maybe we can say it could destroy everything. We don't know that. If petrol becomes very expensive, people will use cars less. Fortunately, we cannot be sure about that, so we can also say people might use their cars less. These examples were taken from the Solutions book, Intermediate Students book, and the rest of the examples can be found on page 116. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope I helped explain ways of expressing future. And for further examples, please look in your books and workbooks. Thank you very much and goodbye.